Scandinavia, a region renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, progressive policies, and high quality of life, has long captivated the hearts of adventurers and those seeking a different pace of life. Among these Nordic nations, Norway stands out with its stunning fjords, vibrant cities, and a commitment to social welfare that is admired worldwide. However, this idyllic image often comes with a hefty price tag. Norway has gained a reputation for being one of the most expensive countries in the world, leaving many wondering if the allure of Scandinavian living is worth the financial burden. From the cost of a simple cup of coffee to the price of housing, the expenses associated with living in Norway can be daunting, especially when compared to other developed nations like the United States. But is the cost of living in Norway truly as astronomical as it seems? Or are there hidden nuances and trade-offs that paint a more balanced picture? In this exploration, we delve into the intricacies of daily expenses in Norway and the USA, comparing and contrasting key aspects that impact the wallets of residents in both countries. Norway's reputation for high prices is not entirely unfounded. A quick glance at the price tags of everyday items in a Norwegian grocery store might send shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned shopper. A gallon of milk, a staple in many households, can cost double what you'd pay in the United States. Fresh produce, while often of exceptional quality, also comes at a premium. Several factors contribute to Norway's elevated cost of living. The country's geographical location and climate play a role, as importing certain goods can be expensive. Furthermore, Norway maintains strict agricultural policies to protect its local farmers, which can result in higher prices for consumers. Additionally, the country's robust social safety net, which provides citizens with benefits such as free healthcare and education, is funded through a system of high taxes, impacting the overall cost of living. Despite these higher prices, Norwegians enjoy a high standard of living with a strong emphasis on work-life balance, environmental consciousness, and social equality. The country consistently ranks highly in global happiness surveys, suggesting that the financial costs may be offset by intangible benefits. To truly understand the cost of living disparity between Norway and the USA, we need to delve deeper than just comparing the price of a gallon of milk. This exploration will take us on a journey through various aspects of daily life, from the cost of housing and transportation to the affordability of healthcare and education. We will examine the trade-offs inherent in each country's approach to social welfare, taxation, and quality of life. By comparing and contrasting the experiences of individuals living in both countries, we aim to provide a comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the true cost of living in Norway versus the USA. Our goal is not to declare one country superior to the other, but rather to equip you with the knowledge to assess which nation's lifestyle and financial realities align best with your own values and aspirations. Join us as we embark on this enlightening journey, uncovering the realities of living in two distinct yet equally compelling nations. Oslo's housing prices are notoriously high. Finding an affordable apartment can feel like searching for a rare gem. Yet Oslo's rents pale in comparison to New York City and San Francisco. Outside Oslo, more affordable options emerge, especially in smaller towns. The US also shows a wide range of housing costs from major cities to rural areas. Section 2, Beyond the City Limits, exploring housing costs in smaller Norwegian towns. Leaving the bustling streets of Oslo behind, we encounter a different side of Norwegian housing. Cities like Bergen and Trondheim, known for their charm and cultural significance, offer a welcome respite from the capital's sky-high rents. In these vibrant urban centers, finding a comfortable one-bedroom apartment for around $1,200 per month is entirely feasible. This price point, while still relatively high compared to global averages, demonstrates that affordable living in Norway is not an impossible dream. Venturing further into Norway's picturesque countryside reveals even more budget-friendly options. Small towns and villages, often nestled amidst breathtaking natural beauty, offer a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. In these areas, rental prices can drop significantly, with some apartments available for as low as $800 per month. This gradual decrease in housing costs as one moves away from major urban centers is a trend observed in many countries, including the United States. However, the difference lies in the magnitude of this price drop. In Norway, the disparity between city and rural housing costs is generally less pronounced than in the USA, where rents in some rural areas can be a fraction of what one would pay in a major city. Section 3, the American Dream versus Norwegian stability, renting and owning. Home ownership carries different weights in Norway and the United States. In the USA, it's a cornerstone of the American dream. Norway has a higher percentage of renters, reflecting different priorities. The robust social safety net provides financial stability, making renting a viable option. Section 4, hidden expenses, property taxes, maintenance, and the true cost of home ownership. Beyond the initial purchase price or monthly rent, several hidden expenses can significantly impact the true cost of housing. Property taxes, a major source of revenue for local governments in both Norway and the USA, can add a substantial sum to annual housing expenses. While property tax rates vary widely depending on location, homeowners in both countries must factor in this recurring expense when budgeting for housing. Maintenance costs represent another often overlooked aspect of homeownership. From routine repairs to unexpected emergencies, owning a home inevitably comes with ongoing expenses. While some homeowners possess the skills and inclination to handle minor repairs themselves, others might need to hire professionals, adding to the overall cost of home ownership. Furthermore, homeowners must consider the cost of homeowners insurance, which protects against damage from unforeseen events such as fires, natural disasters, and theft. Insurance premiums can vary significantly depending on factors like location, property value, and coverage options. In both Norway and the USA, homeowners insurance is an essential expense that contributes to the true cost of owning a home. Stepping into a Norwegian grocery store for the first time can be a jarring experience for newcomers accustomed to US prices. Those accustomed to paying a few dollars for a gallon of milk might gasp at the sight of a price tag exceeding $6. Similarly, a routine grocery run for basic staples like bread, eggs, and cheese can easily result in a bill twice as high as what one might expect to pay in many parts of the United States. This initial sticker shock often leads to the perception that food in Norway is exorbitantly expensive. While it's true that grocery prices in Norway are generally higher than in the USA, several factors contribute to this disparity. Understanding these underlying causes can help paint a more nuanced picture of the true cost of food in each country. One key factor is Norway's geographical location and climate. Situated in Northern Europe, Norway relies heavily on imports for many food products, especially fruits and vegetables that struggle to thrive in its colder climate. These importation costs, coupled with transportation expenses, inevitably drive up the prices of certain goods. Beyond importation costs, Norway's tax system plays a significant role in shaping grocery prices. Norway, like many European countries, imposes a value-added tax, or VAT, on most goods and services, including food. The standard VAT rate in Norway is 25%, but food products benefit from a reduced rate of 15%. While this lower rate aims to alleviate the tax burden on essential goods, it still contributes to the overall higher cost of groceries compared to the USA, where sales taxes on food are generally much lower or even non-existent in some states. The VAT system, while often perceived as a burden on consumers, plays a crucial role in funding Norway's extensive social welfare programs, including healthcare, education, and social security. The revenue generated through VAT contributes to the country's ability to provide these services to its citizens, creating a trade-off between higher upfront costs and a strong social safety net. Furthermore, Norway's VAT system aims to promote fairness and transparency. By applying a consumption-based tax, the burden is distributed more evenly across society, with those who consume more goods and services contributing a larger share of the tax revenue. When it comes to dining out, the price difference between Norway and the USA becomes even more apparent. A casual meal at a mid-range restaurant in Norway will typically set you back around $25 to $40 per person, while a similar dining experience in the USA might cost closer to $15 to $25, depending on the location and type of cuisine. This disparity in restaurant prices can be attributed to several factors, including higher labor costs in Norway, where minimum wage laws and strong labor unions ensure fair compensation for restaurant workers. Additionally, the VAT on restaurant meals in Norway is the standard 25%, further contributing to the higher overall cost. However, it's important to note that the higher price of dining out in Norway often comes with a greater emphasis on quality and sustainability. Norwegian restaurants often prioritize locally sourced ingredients, supporting local farmers and producers. Furthermore, many restaurants embrace sustainable practices, minimizing waste and promoting environmentally friendly operations. While the higher cost of groceries and dining out in Norway is undeniable, it's essential to consider the value proposition. Norwegian food, often held to high standards of quality and safety, offers a different perspective on the price-to-value equation. Norway's strict agricultural regulations and emphasis on animal welfare contribute to the production of high-quality meat, dairy, and produce. Furthermore, the country's commitment to sustainable fishing practices ensures that seafood, a staple in the Norwegian diet, is sourced responsibly. Beyond the tangible aspects of quality and safety, Norwegian food culture emphasizes freshness, seasonality, and a connection to nature. From foraging for wild berries and mushrooms to enjoying freshly caught seafood, Norwegians have a deep appreciation for the origins of their food. Norway and the United States embody two fundamentally different approaches to healthcare. Norway prioritizes accessibility and affordability with its universal healthcare system. In contrast, the US relies on a private system, tying care to employment and income. This shapes both the cost and patient experience in each country. The financial burden of healthcare weighs heavily on families in both Norway and the United States. In Norway, healthcare is a right, not a privilege, providing peace of mind. Norwegians enjoy comprehensive coverage through taxes, including doctor's visits and prescription drugs. In contrast, Americans face high costs without insurance, often paying hundreds for a doctor's visit. The US spends more on healthcare per capita, yet millions lack affordable coverage. Section 3, Beyond the Price Tag, assessing the quality and accessibility of healthcare. Norway's universal healthcare system ranks highly for its comprehensive coverage and low out-of-pocket expenses. The US, despite high costs, boasts leading medical institutions and cutting-edge treatments. However, access to these services often comes at a high cost, limiting availability for many Americans. Section 1. The Price of Knowledge. A transatlantic tuition tale. In the US, skyrocketing tuition leaves many students in debt, with public universities costing tens of thousands annually. Norway offers tuition-free higher education at public universities, reducing financial barriers significantly. However, Norwegian students still cover living expenses, though the absence of tuition fees makes education more accessible. Section 2. Life beyond the lecture hall, factoring in the cost of student living. In Norway, student housing ranges from affordable dormitories to pricier private apartments. Food and living expenses can be higher in Norway compared to the US. In the US, living costs vary widely, with cities like New York and San Francisco being particularly expensive. Investing in the future. Weighing the value of education in Norway and the USA. Norway's tuition-free education fosters a highly educated workforce and reduces income inequality. US graduates often face significant debt, impacting their financial flexibility and career choices. This debt can delay major life decisions like homeownership and family planning. Cars, a Norwegian luxury versus an American necessity. In the US, cars are essential due to sprawling cities and limited public transport, while in Norway, high import taxes and a focus on public transport make car ownership a luxury. The price at the pump fueling up in Norway versus the USA. Fuel prices in Norway are significantly higher due to taxes aimed at reducing fuel consumption and funding public transport, while US fuel prices are lower but fluctuate based on various factors. Section 3. The allure of public transport, navigating cities and beyond. Norway's cities have efficient public transport systems, reducing the need for cars. The US lags in public transport, with many cities lacking reliable options. This contributes to car dependency and higher emissions in the US. Section 1. Navigating the tax landscape, a tale of two philosophies. Norway's progressive tax system funds extensive social welfare programs. The US has a more complex tax system, with elements of both progressive and regressive taxation. These differences reflect each country's cultural values and societal priorities. Section 2. The weight of the paycheck, comparing wages and purchasing power. US salaries are generally higher, but the cost of living can erode this advantage. In Norway, lower housing costs and affordable healthcare improve purchasing power. Strong labor laws in Norway contribute to a higher quality of life. Section 3. Beyond the paycheck, assessing the value of social benefits. Norway's social safety net includes universal healthcare and tuition-free education. The US relies on a private healthcare system, often tied to employment. Rising tuition costs and student debt in the US create financial barriers for many. Section 1. The price of paradise, weighing the trade-offs. Norway offers a high quality of life with a strong social safety net, but at a higher cost of living. The US provides more economic opportunities, but with greater individual responsibility and less social support. The choice between the two depends on individual priorities and lifestyle preferences. Which country offers better value for money? Declaring a clear winner between Norway and the USA would be a disservice to the nuances of this complex comparison. Both countries offer compelling reasons to live, work, and thrive. Norway's higher cost of living might be a worthwhile trade-off for social benefits and quality of life. The USA offers higher earning potential, lower taxes, and a dynamic economy. The decision of where to live is rarely solely based on financial considerations. Ultimately, the better country aligns with your individual needs and aspirations. Section 3. Beyond the numbers, finding the right fit for your lifestyle. Numbers alone cannot capture the essence of living in a particular place. Intangible elements like cultural vibrancy and access to nature matter. Norway offers well-being, sustainability, and a work-leisure balance. Its landscapes provide ample opportunities for outdoor recreation. The USA offers a dynamic landscape for personal and professional fulfillment. Its diversity fosters a vibrant cultural scene and entertainment options. Choosing between Norway and the USA is a deeply personal decision. Consider both tangible and intangible aspects to make an informed choice.